Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Mike Drotis, Bible teacher and preacher, and you are watching Solving the Prophetic Puzzle. Today I want to share with you a rapture verse that I found in Acts chapter 1 verse 9. Acts chapter 1 verse 9. Now when he had spoken these things, while they watched, he was taken up. We're talking about Jesus. Right after he had talked to his disciples, he was ascending into heaven. While they watched, he was taken up. He was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. These are angels. And they said, Men of Galilee, why do you stand gazing into heaven? That this same Jesus who was taken up from you into heaven will so come in like manner as you saw him go into heaven. Isn't that exciting? Jesus Christ is coming back in like manner. At the end of the tribulation period, he's coming back as King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and his foot will touch the Mount of Olives, and it will split in two. But during the rapture, prior to his second coming, he will come back in like manner. In the clouds, he will come back. Let's look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, our great rapture verse. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 14. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so God will bring with him those who sleep in Jesus. For this we say to you by the word of the Lord, that we who are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord will no means precede those who are asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trumpet of God, and the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive and remain shall be caught up together with the Lord in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. This is going to happen. Just like the angel said, in like manner, Jesus is going to come back. I had a rapture dream about 6 months ago now, and in this dream, I was minding my own business, and then all of a sudden, the earth began to shake. It wasn't a violent earthquake. It was more of a calming, shaking, rumbling, and I knew in my spirit that throughout the entire world, this shaking was occurring, and it went on for 15 minutes. It got my attention, and I believe it got the attention of the entire world as this earth was shaking and rumbling. And then the next thing I saw was in the sky above. It looked like a dome, and over the earth. And over the earth, there began to be cracks through this, with fiery cracks and fire going horizontally and vertically. But it wasn't lightning, it was fiery cracks like over the dome over the earth. Then suddenly, I suppose the trumpet was sounded because I began to lift up out of my body. Slowly at first, I knew I was levitating, and then all of a sudden, it began to get faster and faster, and I thought that I would wake up in the presence of God, and I was disappointed to wake up in bed. It felt that real, that I was going to be right there in heaven. Jesus Christ is coming. And then, as I've been studying and teaching and preaching about the rapture, the Lord gave me a word that I'd like to share with you, and he put this in my spirit, and I share this with you. I believe that the Lord said to me, the rapture will happen soon, and it will happen suddenly. Now, soon is a relative term, but it will happen, and it will happen sooner than you think, and it will happen sudden. In a moment, Paul says, in the twinkling of an eye. But you say, oh, Brother Mike, you don't understand the Bible. You don't know what you're talking about. The word rapture is not even in the Bible. Yeah, I know that. Rapture is a Latin word, but it's a Latin word for the word harpazo, or catching away. And Paul talks about that in 1 Thessalonians, that we will be caught up, that we'll be snatched up, that we will be taken up. It's an action where you're pulling something away and taking it up. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The rapture will occur. There is a sequence that 1 Thessalonians tells us. The first thing is Christ descends from heaven. The second thing is there's a shout with the voice of an archangel. Then the trumpet of God sounds. And when that trumpet sounds, the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive will be changed. That trumpet blast, I believe, has some sort of harmonic resonance that will begin to affect the genetic code that's in us, the divine seed of God, the rapture regeneration seed, and we will be changed. And we will then be caught up to be with the Lord. It will happen soon, and it will happen sudden. Prepare yourself. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time as we continue to study the last days. God bless you.